pro race. It wasn't the party that some of them wanted to have, but from a fan perspective, they saw a wild show with guys pushing, shoving, sometimes over the line. Jaden Johnson will lead this one. Ben Morabito to the outside. Aiden Christensen and Emma Britt will be row 2. Colton Hensey will be there in the row number 3, along with Allison Johnson, Carter Erickson, and Killian McMahon, TJ Moon, and Owen Zacharias, row number 5. Row 6, Wyatt Dent, Atlee Weiss, Lincoln Johnson, Daniel Vandenberg, Cullen Connor, and Bryson Brinkley. Sarah Witzel, Mandy Lee, row number 9. Row 10, Lily Wynot, Darren Krantz Jr., DJ Krantz. And the last set of drivers in this Bandolero outlet, that is them. So 20 drivers for what should be 20 laps, followed by the Young Lions and the end of day number 4 after that.
Have you caught your breath yet from that one? That was crazy.
It was crazy. It was wild. And, he believes, and I'm a believer in him now. That was something. Donovan Strauss, I'm a fan.
Field getting ready to go green flag racing. These Outlaws have put on a show the last couple of days as well. Full field of them. It looks like 19 have answered the call to the. He's had a bad day. That's a good place.
Chiropractor up there.
Yeah, good place to rest though.
It is.
Yep.
He was looking at his hat yesterday.
Yes.
I wonder what the hat has.
He might need a PRNs at the track hat.
He might.
I mean,
Johnson and Morabito, Christensen and Britt.
Here they come, the Outlaws, getting ready to go green on day number 4 of NX Winter Nationals through 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. We're underway.
I want to see me some purple up front, and it's there right now. Ben Morabito on the outside. Johnson, though, says, hey,
boy.
Time to put this white car back where it is. No, Morabito. There's a lot of speed up there right now. The top side is showing speed again because Morabito never left the top side. And look at that run he got, and now where he's at.
There is some nervous energy in the middle of the pack right now, Lenny, in these first couple laps. Hensey, TJ Moon to the inside, the 38 to the upside as well of Emma Britt. Moon sideways, 3 wide. Here comes Johnson.
Johnson on the outside, Britt and all the rest of them up in front. This one is wild. Got a little bit of a temperature decline out there. You dropped a couple of degrees, so maybe that's helping pick up the speeds. I don't quite think so with only 2 degrees down to 80 or so. But still, a warm day and some hot racing out there. TJ Moon going to go to the inside of the 15 of Allison Johnson. Try to take that spot from her, but Allison says, nuh-uh, not right now. Somebody's slow on the front stretch.
Yeah, the 21 almost got the leaders coming out of turn number 4. That was a close call as Weitzel goes a lap down. That was close at a turn 4 as the leaders continue to battle here with Morabito and Johnson.
Oh, Morabito loose out of the corner. He saves it as it went up the hill. He was sliding up there towards the wall and really never lifted. He just let the thing hunt, and it hunted some more traction, and he stayed up front. Johnson's in second.
Yellow is out on the speedway. Yellow flag is out on the speedway.
I think the 2 car.
The 2 car of Lily Wynot around.
Dartmouth, Nova Scotia?
Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Been there?
Live right across the water.
What's the best thing in Dartmouth? When you think of Dartmouth, what's the good feeling? Where's it at over there?
I don't know about good feeling. There's lots of things to do in Dartmouth. Great area, part of the Halifax Regional Municipality. I did speak to Mark briefly this morning, Lily's grandfather. There is the 41 of Mandy Lee from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Something amiss with the Dominion Lending Center's number 41 as it'll head back to the pits. And there's the 21. It was slow off the start, and we'll head to the work area, I believe, as well. I spoke with Mark earlier today, and he told me, he said, thank you. For some of those that don't know, Lily Wynot, this is only her 4th event. She's got less than 10 races under her belt. And she hadn't raced or done anything before when it comes to driving anything, karts, 4-wheelers.
13 years old, right?
Yes.
You said yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. We got some work area work going on, not necessarily time because these two were not involved in the yellow. That is the 41 of Mandy Lee. That's Robert Lee on the jack. He races pro late models at Speedway 660 and Petty Raceway. The Weitzel crew looking over the 21. That is a beautiful looking Dylan Spain Motorsports car. And we have Chris Conyers on his scooter. Johnny on the spot.
When you got a scooter like that, you got to get it airtime on the TV. 21 pulling off, and 21 may not have been involved in that incident, but it almost gave us a big incident as it would slow down that front stretch.
It caught my attention at a turn 4 a couple laps ago.
Yeah, that would take your breath away kind of attention with the speed of the competitors coming up behind her.
Yep.
Glad that worked out, but glad that we pointed that out to Mom and Dad. There's Zacharias family up there on top of the stairs.
Yep, they are looking on. Trying to look on my list here. Owen last time was 11th.
Yes, so we did note that that is Steve Zacharias in the middle with the arms crossed. His daughters and wife down there seated below him, I think.
Yep.
Getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Morabito on the inside.
Morabito in control of this one. Green flag flies. We are back underway.
Ben Morabito leading Jaden Johnson, but Johnson's got the motive on the outside. Can he make it work? Oh, a little hip check there from Morabito. Kind of like the Islanders from over there in his home state. He drops back, though, to second, and now a new third-place driver.
Henze looking at third. Here is Christensen battling with the 15 of Johnson. TJ Moon looking at a top 5 run. Up in front, Jaden Johnson. 3 races, 3 wins so far. Trying to make it 4 for 4. We got one, there was some action there, but no stopping race cars, so we stay green.
No, just taking the long way home. Henze in third, Morabito and Johnson. And this restart not kind to Ben Morabito. He's lost some ground.
Morabito in a second. They've all been chasing Jaden Johnson all week long. Henze continues to get a little bit better in the 88 every race that we run. There's TJ Moon to the inside. The driver that calls the Carolinas home now, formerly from Maine, as we have a yellow flag on the speedway.
Taylorsville, North Carolina, home of Harry Gant.
Mm-hmm. The 2 is around. That's Lily Wynot. I see the 21 slow in 3. So that will bring our caution out. Just shy of the halfway point, 9 completed of the 11.
So we see her there, and she's been involved in a couple of things, and I mentioned Harry Gant. So we all know Harry won the 4 Cup races in September, Mr. September, and all that back a little while ago. But I also spent last Saturday at a banquet up in Morganton, North Carolina, where there is the dirt track, Antioch Speedway. Mm-hmm. And some of the veterans up there were telling me that Harry once came to Antioch Speedway, the dirt track, when there was a little pond outside of one of the sets of corners. Well, he went into that corner and kept going and ended up in the pond. So sometimes when you're young, it just doesn't work the way it does once you get to be a little more of a veteran. And any of these drivers that we see here, a few years from now, they may be a much improved version of themselves. On the inside, it's Johnson, Morabito on the outside, Henze and Christensen. We go Green Flag Racing once again.
Oh, but that's a lazy green from Bubbles. That's a lazy green. No start.
Yellow. Get right where you were. Get right back where you were. Double it up. Get right back where you were.
We saw this earlier with young Austin in the 24 Charger have to go back a row. That would be the one warning for Johnson, I would believe. Hopefully they can get it rectified and started in the box so we don't see another penalty come out.
As fast as Morabito was earlier in this race, Johnson's got to do about anything he can do to make sure that 17 doesn't come to life again.
That's better. Green flag flies. We are back underway. The Outlaws 2x2 down into corner number 1. Morabito on the outside trying to take the advantage, but it's going to be a battle for position number 2. Johnson escapes with the lead. Morabito in second, and here comes Henze on Christensen.
Yeah, Hensey and Christensen battling. That helps the leaders because of the distraction. And Morabito will have just to chase the 8 of Johnson. Caution again.
Infield.
And that is the 21 of Weitzel. Is that the move of the car won't go?
21. If you got no brakes,
sure.
put your hand on the left side. Yes, I know you got no brakes. I'm going to push you real slow in the hop head, okay? So you can cruise grab.
Okay, no brakes, but they're going to gingerly push this car back in.
Low down the back stretch. Go low, go low, go low, go low. Low. "24B up 1, 24B up 1.
So a lot of cars out there. What about this one here, Tim?
So this is the 33 car, Colin O'Connor. He is from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. This is his second year. I'm going to make this point quickly. You see NTV on the rear quarter. Glenn was up here, his stepfather, and got to talk to NTV a little bit and hope to see some of the coverage on NTV later on next week. But let's go back green.
And green, we are going to see with Johnson in front, Morabito, and then Hensey. The top 3 lead them through 2.
Ooh, boy, battle for second. Morabito up the hill, Hensey looking to the inside. This is the quickest we've seen the 88 car all week long. Cohen looking for position number 2. He will get it. Maybe. Morabito fights back on the outside.
I think Cohen's a little faster right now. Cohen Hensey moving into second, but here comes Christensen, trying to get around not only Morabito, but go back after the 88 as well.
And McMahon in there in the white, too, caught that into the corner of my eye. They are coming towards the front of the field as the Brew HQ, number 24, looks to the inside of the 88 as they battle it out for position number 2.
Christensen not enough to get underneath Hensey in that set of corners, so Hensey will lead him out, and Christensen will try to bring Morabito with him, maybe just a little tap or something. They could double up and get around Hensey. Hensey goes high. That may have opened the door as well.
A little bit of a bobble there at turn number 2 for Hensey as well as they battle it out for the runner-up position. Morabito has his hands full with Allison Johnson in behind. And Killian McMahon, along with TJ Moon, little contact up the hill in this battle for a second. Oh, they're getting close.
Yeah, they're getting close and getting racy and getting rough on one another. Johnson in the red car, Allison Johnson, looks like she may have as much or more speed than some of them in front of her. She just got to find
trouble.
Oh, she spins. I think she went to go low, and those rumble strips upset the race car.
And she'll get it righted again.
15 on her own at the tail.
Yeah, I think she went, put the left front into the rumble strips, and at that point, everything shifted around weight-wise, and the traction wasn't there for her. 5 laps to go. Next feature ends the day.
Absolutely.
Replay.
Right there. There's the contact.
35 per your crew to the trailer. 35.
I think the eye goes
per your
towards
crew
where
to
the nose
trailer.
of the car, but watch the left front. See if it maybe gets some impact from one of those rumble strips before this.
35. Take it off per your crew to the trailer.
It's a good story. I'll stay with it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I can buy that.
Yeah.
Zacharias going to pit road. There's the 15 of Johnson.
000.
Ooh, it's going to get tight back there.
000 up 1.
Yeah, Blake Terry. That's the big fellow there in the shorts. Trying to get her back out that way.
Back to 1 to go. We'll come back to 1 to go.
He's going to have to follow Zacharias around.
So now it'll be Christensen on the back bumper of Johnson. Johnson has won the first 3 this week. Christensen second in points, second on the racetrack. Hensey third on the racetrack. Morabito and McMahon, your top 5.
Tighten it up. Tighten it up. Lights out.
Johnson looks as regular fast. Christensen has worked his way up through a number of cars. I think he was back 6th or 7th at one point. I mean, maybe he's got a little more speed than we've seen earlier in the week. The 24
Off
contender.
The bumpers. Off the bumpers, off the bumpers, off the bumpers.
We'll see what they can do here with the final 5 laps. Green flag flies. Johnson and Christensen. Hensey has been quick. They dive it down into corner number 1. Everybody on top of each other as they exit 2.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Hensey's able to get it, but right now, in front of him, 2 pretty fast cars, and now the 2 goes to the inside and moves up. That's Killian McMahon.
That is McMahon and Moon to the inside of Morabito. Morabito went wide into turn number 4. Opens the door for TJ Moon, and here comes Hensey to the inside of Christensen. Wheel to wheel down into turn number 3. They are battling for second as the leader drives away.
Leader does drive away. That's Johnson. Hensey on the inside. He hasn't seen second yet. And look at McMahon. A big battle as they go towards 2 laps to go when they get to the flag stand. Hensey's in second.
And up the hill he goes down to the inside, and here comes Killian McMahon, 3 wide, down into corner number 1. It gets tight. Up the hill goes Christensen and Hensey, and McMahon looks to the inside. TJ Moon a part of this battle as well. 3 wide for position number 2. Little contact up the hill goes Christensen. White flag for the 8 of Johnson. Johnson all by himself up in front of the field. Won the first 3 days of this one and looking to go 4 in a row. Domination in the Outlaw division. It's Jaden Johnson picking up the checkered flag. Second going to go to McMahon and TJ Moon in third.
Wow. McMahon coming out of nowhere. Moon was working his way up, ended up third, but I don't know where Killian McMahon came from. She picked up all kinds of speed in those last couple of cautions and was able to put it all into getting that runner-up position. But this guy, Great North Legends, Jaden Johnson from Wisconsin, will be your winner for the 4th time in 4 races. And he's going to get an opportunity to speak to Tim Terry here in a minute. Got to climb out of all that racing gear, unbuckle the helmet, take the Hans device off, and then he'll get his opportunity to pop out of that race car and chat with our own Tim Terry about the circumstance here. He had to follow him maybe a little bit more early in the race than he has previously, but the finish still ended up just where it was. The helmet not being kind to him, though, obviously. Poked him right in the nose as he was trying to get it out. Here he comes. Tim Terry's alongside.
Jaden Johnson getting ready to climb from the race car, a winner for a 4th time this week. Had to fight some traffic at the start. The end of the race looked a little bit easier, though.
Yeah, it was hard at the start. My car was tight, just trying to make some adjustments, braking more, and I did it.
4 in a row. How huge is this?
It's huge. I want to thank all my sponsors: Johnson's Paving, Pave Pal, my mom, my dad, stepmom Lindsay, my brother Tyson, Lincoln, Harley, and Justin and Bob.
1 more to close it off tomorrow. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's Jaden Johnson, your winner. 1 more feature to come here on a Thursday afternoon.
Got all the way through that sponsor list and still got Jaden and Bob in at the very end. Pretty darn cool. The Johnson & Son Paving Special. Jaden Johnson taking the win for Wisconsin and Great North Legends. You see right there in the seat post, beat post area of that car. And while they're relaxing up top, I think